Hey guys, still here. Welcome back to From the Depths, where we are at an angle of 20 to 40 degrees downward. It's because we're gathering resources, and in the meanwhile we're taking fire. So we are gonna get our ass out of here. That is probably going to take a while, as we are just starting to get into range of the guns of that boat. My resource gatherers are going to be slightly useless, of course. This is taking too long. Minus 180. There. Lower the mast. Too large an angle. Yeah, bite me. I really don't like that thing. We're going to have to add a few more hydrofoils. And for some reason my torpedoes are... Ouch. No longer firing. Come on. Down, 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 down. Not interested in staying on the surface. Come on. I think this is the first time that we're actually getting shot at. And I don't like it. Especially once they blow off my rudder. Come on. We are doing damage to it though, because I'm still getting resources from him. So let's see how much damage we're actually getting done. More splashes around us. The difference is his weapons are faster, but unguided. So his shells. Mine are guided, but slow. Looks like we've already bruised him a little bit. Nothing too severe. And of course this is a massive ship, so we may actually... we're underwater. We may actually want to invest in a little bit of additional resource storage just before we blow that thing to smithereens. So, resources, resource storage, large. I think metal would be more suitable to a submarine. Not mirrored. There. Now we can store 16,000 points of resources. That should be enough to keep us going for a little while. Slow the propulsion down a little bit. We're going to take off the stabilizers for now and reattach them to the bottom of the boat. I'm going to make it a quad stack because we're getting a bit too heavy in order not to have that many. And yes, I know my pitch hydrofoils should also add to that, but not as much. In the meanwhile, while we're still taking shots at that large catamaran that's chasing us down, let's see if the AI is tracking it. Yep, it's tracking one target. It's tracking a Jacob's Delight with a 44% accuracy. While that's going on, and we're draining his resources, we can continue building out the hull, which we were working on previous episode. He's taking some damage, but he's going to need a lot of torpedoes in order to get killed off. Of course, I'm not exactly sure what I'm hitting. I know that it's coming from below the waterline, where he might not be as heavily armored as he is on the surface. Although I'm seeing a lot of wooden blocks on the surface as well. We can just keep pummeling these two frontal areas, like that. Then that should allow us to eventually either hit his resource storage, his AI, or preferably his ammo storage. Anyway, that is going to be completely automated. Let's close off the stern. Mirror mode on. There. Stern's done. Of course, now we have the problem of having lead blocks in the middle of the boat. Hang on, these are all metal beams. Metal beams, metal beams. Yeah, I'm not sure how many lead blocks we still have on board. Oh my god, that's going to cause a lot of drag. I don't like that at all. Oops. How to quickly disassemble your submarine. Unscheduled. How did I do this before? I think with one of these. And then you add another one of this type. Just the standard 4-meter beam. Because the pointier the nose is, or the bow, excuse me, the pointier it is, the faster and the easier it's going to slide through the water. So that should help a little bit. But this is not the right block, I think. Yes, yes. Fine, drop off, see if I care. Whatever, we can beautify it later. For now, I just need the section closed off to make sure I can use it for things like, oh, I don't know, buoyancy. We're on a submarine. We could have a massive torpedo bay, come to think of it. Like, really massive. How did I do this? Because I think I used to work like that. And then add one of these. But see, this is where you run into a problem. Because now you would want to add another beam. And then, I'm just spitballing here. That doesn't make sense, having another one of those. Neither does it make sense to want to add a triangle. Because that messes up your hydrodynamic shape once again. These triangle corners could work, but again, only as a temporary solution. I'd have another one like that. And then you run into the same damn issue. What would this look like? I'm just experimenting here. What would this look like? Except like the Kraken Reborn. See, this could work, I think. Can we build this thing out? And we'll sort out how to use the torpedo tube later. It's more of a secondary issue. I'm also going to have a look at how my target's doing, because I really don't know. Not sure if it's actually still afloat. I think it is, considering we're still seeing torpedoes firing. Judging by the size of that behemoth, I wouldn't be surprised. Is it dead? Yeah, it's dead. We're looking for another target. That's not us. I'm getting a bit more pointy, but that's not us. And they're not detecting us, whoever they are. The question is, are we detecting them? Not tracking any targets, not tracking any targets. So we can fire them manually. That way. Okay, that should give him something to work with. My altitude is still 30 meters. When I had asked for something a lot deeper than that. Probably because I'm scrapping some of these lead blocks in the keel here. Hang on. Torpedo's still firing. Okay, does this work? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to still fire my torpedoes after this. Probably not. Holy shit. For me, this is the biggest submarine I've ever built. For you, possibly not so much. You might think, well, this is just, I don't know, a lightweight boat. It's cute. But it's not anywhere near as big as what I've ever built. Yeah, you'd probably be right. Again, I'm a lightweight when it comes to from the depths. If you see what some of these people can build, Holy shit, I have a lot to learn. Hang on, that's the wrong block. Right, so I could have my torpedo tube set up here in the front, protruding from the sides of the boat, instead of this 12 mount that we currently have here. I could relocate it. Let's see, is that thing still alive? Yeah. So far, we're not getting any hits, or we're not getting any automatic torpedo launches. It's still 1,000 meters out. It's probably not quite in detection range yet. Alright, I'm going to quickly temporarily seal off this section, just to make sure we can use it for buoyancy, if we have to. Alright, add an air pump. There. Oh, hang on. There's one little bit here missing. There. Now this is switched off, correct? It should be flooded. But there's something not quite right about it. It says buoyancy is -1 cubic meters. It's not flooded. Why are you not flooded? Oh, we hit something. AI dead. I guess some of the torpedoes that we fired at it initially did get an impact. Show me the resources. Disassemble. 600? Really? We killed off something the size of a small battleship and all we got was 600? That's a bit little to what I was expecting. Huh. Okay. Let's add another lead keel in here. For some reason... Oh, there we go. I would still love to go back to that resource zone, but I'm not sure if it's safe. I don't know if it's safe to go back there. We could try. Let's come about. We still have our periscope, so we can still use it. Let's make sure we're not suddenly dropping all of our depth. West. Bloody hell, is this full speed? Yeah, so we dropped from 9 meters per second to 7.6 meters per second. Simply due to the fact that we got a lot longer and we probably have a ton of drag. And just wondering, let's make sure that doesn't go too low. Oh, we're already surfaced. Oh well. You try to right the boat. Anti-roll systems are working hard to fix that. Center of mass is probably way on the stern, and not so much on the bow. I think that's part of my problem right here. Alright, let's start on the torpedo overhaul. Let's make sure that this thing does not continue to fire torpedoes without my explicit consent. Come on. I think I delete... Oh! What did I delete now? That might have been a bit too much deleting there. We're also going to have to delete a few of these ammo blocks, launcher sections, and we're going to have to significantly lengthen our controllers. But this might be a good thing. Because now we can rework the command guidance system. We can use this as a sort of core right here. Why are we sinking? We're not supposed to be sinking. We just passed through that resource zone at full speed. Way to go, stealth. Why are we doing this? Where's my controller? Hello, controller. Set depth. -9. At this point, we're going all over the place with our depth. It's not breached. There we go. It's not flooded, and the pump is starting to work out that it needs to set buoyancy. -63. Oh, sailing full speed past that resource zone. That was useless. -56, -55, 53, 52. Check for targets. Nothing red on the scopes, so we're good. Not a very eventful episode, but then again, those don't always happen. Let's see, we were using torpedoes that were 9 blocks long, so we're going to have to try and work back from that. If I want to have one section of gantry there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so the launcher has to start right there. Yeah, this could probably work. Slight course correction. Ah, shit. No mirror mode. Like that, I think. I'm thinking how I can get my 12 torpedoes back in a sort of elegant fashion. Because I would like to get both of them back. Those boys just look stupid now. How can I fit this thing in? Because I could perfectly fit in these torpedoes by simply not adding the top side of the sub. We'd have another wedge like that, and then a triangle corner, and then another one of these. But you'd have to have a metal beam up here just to close off the sub. Then you'd have a downward slope here, and now we'd have missile gantries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that should be enough. Not sure how much these things are doing for my drag. There. Well, that's what we're gonna have to go with for now. I could take off these things as well. Yeah, then we have 10 launchers. Or tubes, depending on what you want to go with. That's going to be set up later. Don't tell me I sailed past it again. Okay, proof that man cannot multitask. Check. If only I could give this thing a waypoint to maneuver to and then not do anything else but surface. That might have been better. Also, I think that my propulsion is set so high that it's not actually in line with the boat. You are a primary, and you're a primary. So that's pushing the boat sideways. Like, pushing the bow down. Come left. Raise the mast. That should be more than high enough. A little bit more. More. Okay, good. So the torpedo section can now be worked on. We're going to need missile connectors. Like that. Connect them here. Where is my AI feeder coming from? Not like that. What's that part? Just a non-essential part of the hull. Okay, so we need our missile connector, or missile controller, to be right about there. And then we can have another weapon controller, which of course cannot just go over there. Like that, like that. Local weapon controller. Done. Good. Okay, so now these things are connected to the missile controller. We can load our torpedo and set that to all the tubes. We need to add an IFF before I forget to add one of these and blow myself up. That would be a tragic end to this series, wouldn't it? Delay 3 seconds. Stealth, if you're gonna... Where the hell's my resource zone? I'm telling you, I did not maneuver through the resource zone again. There is something going on with my rudder. There has to. Because no way in hell am I sailing past that thing 3 or 4 times, if not more. No way. By the way, I am looking at a target here somewhere. Multiple resource zones next to each other? Lottery. Where's my target? I saw something. There. Off to the east. There. Bloody hell, these things are hard to find. What are you? Low-level flyer. Okay, he's not going to be a problem for, well, at least a little while. Can this thing hold its course? Well, it seems rather happy to go and just bank over to starboard. Potentially because our weight's completely misaligned at this point. Come on. This I'm going to keep paying attention to it until I am in the bloody resource zone. Simple. Don't go too much surfacey if you don't mind. Gates, gates, gates all around. There are the other 2 resource zones off to the front, or off to the starboard side. Yep, see, it wants to turn starboard. That's why I'm not getting to where I need to go. This boat keeps going off and doing its own thing. That might have to do with these systems. Not sure if I'm looking at the right culprit here. Might have to do with the dive planes, which seem balanced. There's an extra block there, get out. What else is wrong? That might have fixed it for now. Slow down. Any further targets? There's just... Hang on, there's another one. There's one off to the east, and one off to... That would be slightly beyond south. South-ish. What do you have? What are... Oh, you're fast. Oh, I don't like that at all. No, 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 no. I don't like that at all. Because whatever it is, it's coming at me really freaking fast. Crash dive. Just as we got to where we need to go, we're gonna have to do something else. Dive. We're pulling at what seems to be a surface contact. Our torpedoes are eager to get underway. Load the anti-air setup. Apply. There it is. And it's coming at us. Trying to make a turn or two to just quickly go downward in a spiral. Yeah, the resource gatherer's probably not too happy about that. It's the least of my worries. Minus 30, 33. Considering I'm not sending out wireless signals, I should be invisible to it. If it's not dropping any radar buoys. And that is a big if. Sorry, sonar buoys. Minus 30. Shit, the bow's above water. Or just about to be. What are my missiles doing? Engaging. Come on. Get a good hit on its propulsion, knock it down, and torpedoes will finish it off. Come on. I think my missiles are too slow. May have to set them slightly faster. They can they get it? That thing's definitely being chased around. Nope, it's faster than my missiles. Variable thruster, go to 800. No, not 8,900. 8,900. Hope that works. We're taking damage. No, we're fine. Hello, where'd you go off to? There he is. There's another set of missiles going out. He's engaging the flyer. That lonely thing up there. I'm not sure exactly what the red circles are. It might be that that's something that my AI is targeting. But both of them have red circles, so I'm not exactly sure what the circles are. Anyway, we seem to be safe at 50 meters depth. Ooh, I'm happy about that. That was a close call. Set it to 72-ish. That was a close call and way too close for comfort. At least my comfort. Yep, all got the same length. Load. Anti-air setup. Adjust to all. Go. There's another one going off. Perfect. Right, what we're a little bit low on is ammo storage. Oh, actually, we have 3,000 points of ammo. We're fine on ammo storage. I'm not concerned. Good. Back to building the boat. Because that is what we were doing. Mostly. That's how this whole thing started, isn't it? We were trying to expand this thing in length. Which we did. And then we sorta went off track, I suppose you could say. Because we went off on a bit of a goose hunt for the torpedo section. No, not a triangle, one of these. Does this finish off our torpedo section? Yes, I'm using too many blocks there. The bow is finished. I'm happy to tell you. The bow is finished. Okay. That's another nice construction... Well... Okay, nice is ambivalent. That's another construction component done. Let's align these things a bit more. Oh, hang on. Wrong orientation. What are we engaging? And how far is it away? Are those flyers still out there? Come on. Yep. 3 targets east. Holy crap, you got close. Hello. What do you think you're doing up there? More... Oh, snap. He's detected us. I was gonna ask, but... There's our answer. He's detected us. We have some resources left that we can still use. This section of the hull is mostly empty. So... Ouch. Could you not? I could use this for what could be the start of a vertical launch battery. Let's borrow some resources here. Current depth 135. Looks like we took a bit of a hit to the stern dive planes there. There's missiles all over the place. All of these things trying to engage 2 targets. I'm not even sure who's the biggest issue here. Come on. I think my missiles might be too fast at this point. They can no longer adequately turn. And without turning, they're not going to hit their targets. Variable thruster set to 500. Apply to wall. Oh, whoa. We're going to have to set up a few repair bots. Just to keep this thing intact. Because we're starting to take hits. Even at minus 120 meters. What is going on here? Aha. There's supposed to be a block there. That may have something to do with our buoyancy. The fact that we were in a an open-topped submarine, if you will. Okay. Let's use the connectors that we already have going here. Because now we can set up our local weapon controller. That's under AI. You're only going to be engaging surface-to-air targets. Minimum altitude, let's say 15. Max range, let's say 1500. That should do. Holy crap, what's going on with our altitude? Why are we surfacing? We are not supposed to frickin' surface. Minus 22. We're still blasting missiles all over the place. Mostly so that they're not actually hitting anything. Oh, I cannot wait to get this anti-air battery going. Where are we building it? Here. We now need a missile connector. So that's going to be a missile controller. I'm going to have a couple of connectors. How should we do this? Yes, like that. Okay, launch pads. I'm going to go with very, very few initially, because building these things out is expensive enough. Talk about expensive. I can probably only afford one missile launcher. If that. Temporarily delete these, otherwise they might start to impact and they might start to actually fire. Of course I delete the wrong block. Okay, I got 214 left. Is that enough to take out whatever's flying overhead, yes or no? It is connected to the mainframe, yes. Connectors, yes. Fins on the back. Variable thruster. Set to 700. Give me 3 fuel tanks. Give me a 1 turn. Give me a ballast tank, maybe? Set to a buoyancy of 5. And then I'll take a active radar seeker and a couple of frags. Frags only. Action cone 60. No, that's 180. 60. There we go. Next. That's 180. 60. And one more. 60. Apply. Could you launch these, please? Controlling one weapon. Fire them manually. I need to know if they work. I need you to be set up as group 3. Oh yeah, they work. At least they want to go airborne. See, you're seeking a radar buoy? You think that's your... Yep. They think a radar buoy is their most interesting target, apparently. Maybe a 1 turn for these things, not the best idea. How about target prediction guidance? Reload, ASAP. Starboard tube loaded. We're running low on resources. Port tube loaded. Weapon away. Engaging radar buoy. Oh joy. Sort of. But a radar buoy is mine, so this thing doesn't have an IFF. That's probably why it's seeking the radar buoy. That might be it. Staggered fire it on. Give me a couple of seconds. And then just wait for them to rearm. Starboard loaded. Port loaded. Firing. Hang on, did they fire? Yeah, they fired. What are they tracking? No idea. There's missiles and torpedoes all over the place, but what these things are all targeting beats me. There are definitely targets around. One's a surface combatant, and the other one used to be an aerial, I think. Until it ran into this thing. Hang on, is that your standard Atlas? Yeah, I think it is. Right, well, we're going to have to take that thing down. We're going to have to do that next episode, as this one has already gone on long enough. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my significantly lengthening of the boat. We can now start to work on a vertical launch battery a bit more. And with that, hopefully get enough resources and enough kills to keep feeding this thing. Because it's starting to get a little bit resource hungry. What we're currently costing is 20,000 resources. That's what we're looking at. And what I was looking for before, drag 253 up, cross section 70.2. Yeah, we have ways to go. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you soon for more.